I am Usha Pathak. Elders, please accept my respect and love to youngers. Today, I want to say something about formation of words. A word is one or more syllables put together which is spoken or written as the sign of some idea or of some manner of thought. Words are distinguished as primitive or derivative, as simple or compound. The former division is called their species and later their figure. A primitive word is one that is not formed from any simpler word in the language, as harm, great, connect. A derivative word is one that is formed from some simpler word in the language, as harmless, greatly, connected, discount, unconnected. A simple word is one that is not compounded, not composed of one other words, as watch, man, house, tower, neighbor, the, lace. A compound word is one that is composed of two or more simple words, as watchman, watchhouse, watchtower, nevertheless. Permanent compounds are consolidated as bookseller, schoolmaster. Others, which may be called temporary compounds, are formed by the hyphen, as good nature, negro, merchant. Rules for the figure of word. Rule 1. Compounds. Words regularly or analogically united and commonly known as forming a compound should never be needlessly broken apart. Thus, steamboat, railboat, red hot, well-being, new quaint are preferable to the phrases steamboat, railroad, red hot, well-being, new quaint, and toward us is better than the old phrases to us word. Rule second. Simples. When the simple word would only form a regular phrase of the same meaning, the compounding of any of them ought to be avoided. Thus, the compound instead is not to be compounded because the simple phrases instead of is exactly like the other phrases in lieu of, in place of, in room of, in which we write no compound. Rule 3. The sense. Words otherwise liable to be misunderstood must be joined together or written separately, as the sense and construction may happen to require. Thus, a glass house is a house made of glass, but a glass house is a house is which glass is made. So, a negro merchant is a color trader, but a negro merchant is a man who buys and sells negroes. Rule 4th. Ellipses. When two or more compounds are connected in one sentence, none of them should be split to make an ellipsis of half a word. Thus, 6 or 17 should not be said for 16 or 17. Not ought we to say calf, goat and sheep skins. 4. Calf's skin, goat skin, and sheep skin. In the later instance, however, it might be right to separate all the words as in the phrase soup, coffee, and tea houses. Rule 5th. The hyphen. When the parts of a compound do not fully coalesce as today, now written today, tonight, tomorrow, now written tomorrow, or when each retains its original accent so that the compound has more than one or one that is movable, as firstborn, hanger on, laughter loving, garlic eater, butterfly sail. The hyphen should be inserted between them. Rule 6. No hyphen. When a compound has but one accented syllable is pronunciation, as watchword, statement, gentleman, and the parts are such a admit of a complete coalescence. No hyphen should be inserted between them. Churchill, after much attention to the subject, writes thus: the practical instruction of the counting house impart a more thorough knowledge of bookkeeping than all the fictions transactions of a mere school book, however carefully constructed to suit particular purposes. Now, special marks. A complete phrase commonly conveys some particular notion or conception of the mind, but in this case, the signification of the general terms is restricted by the other words which are added to them. Thus, Smith is a more general term than goldsmith and goldsmith. Proper names must needs be so written that they may be known as proper names and not be mistaken for common terms. We have some names which are both proper and common, and that they should be written with capitals and should form the plural regularly. The compound form with a capital is as necessary for Friday, second day, first day, third day, as for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, etc., the first day of the week, the seventh day of the month, the second month of summer, the second month in the year, etc., are good English phrases in which any compounding of the terms or any additional use of capitals would be improper, but for common use, these phrases are found too long and too artificial. The departure of a ship will take place every 6 days with punctuality. A merchant will write number dot 28, 1837, or 11th month dot 24th, 1837. But a conveyancer will have it on the 24th day of November 1837, or perhaps on the 24th day of the 11th month in the year of our Lord 1837. Accordingly, we find that in common daily use, all the names of the months except March, May, June, and July are abbreviated thus: Jan, Feb, April, Aug, Sep, Oct, Nov, this dot, and sometimes even the Arabic number of the year is made it shorter as 37/4/1937. In like manner, in constructing tables of time, we sometimes denote the days of the week by the simple initial of their names. H S for Sunday, M for Monday, etc. But for facility of abbreviation, the numerical names, whether or the months or of the days, are perhaps still more convenient. For it we please, we may put the simple Arabic figures for them, though it is better or odd, D for day and MO for month, as 1D, 2D, 3D, etc., 1MO, 2MO, 3MO, etc., or more compactly thus 1D, 2D, 3D, etc., 1MO, 2MO, 3MO, etc. However, it is best to make it a general rule in our literary composition to use the full form of proper names for the months and days, and to denote the years by Arabic figure written in full. A phrase is one thing and a word is another, and they ought to be kept as distinct as possible. But when a whole phrase takes the relation of an adjective, the words must be compounded and the hyphen become necessary, as an inexpressively apt bottle, hyphen, of hyphen, small hyphen, beard, comparison, Peter, painter. In the English language, every word of more than one syllable is marked by an accent on some particular syllable. Some very long words indeed admit a secondary accent on another syllable, but still this is much inferior and leaves one leading accent prominent, as in expose, apostrophe, poultry. Accordingly, when a compound has but one accented syllable in pronunciation, as night, apostrophe cap, night cap, bed, apostrophe steed, bed steed, broad, apostrophe sword, broad sword, the two words have coalesced completely into one, and no hyphen should be admitted. On the other hand, when each of the radical words has an accent, as Christian name, broad shouldered, the hyphen should be used. Good natured is a compound epithet with two accents and therefore requires the hyphen. In good nature, goodwill, and similar expression, good is used simply as an adjective and of course should remain distinct from the noun. Thus, to when a noun is used adjectively, it should remain separate from the noun is modifies as a gold ring, a silver buckle. When two numerals are employed to express a number without a conjunction between them, it is usual to connect them by a hyphen as 25, 84. But when the conjunction is inserted, the hyphen is as improper as it would be between other words connected by the conjunction. This, however, is a common abuse, and we often meet the 5 and 20, 6 and 30, and the like. Thus far Churchill, who appears, however, too hasty about the hyphen in compounded numerals, for we write 100, 200, 300, etc., without either hyphen or conjunction. And as 5 and 20 is equivalent to 25 and virtually but one word, the hyphen, if not absolutely necessary to the sense, is certainly not so very improper as an alias. Christian name is as often written without the hyphen as with it, and perhaps as accurately. Please subscribe my channel, like and share with your friends.